I was supposed to be gone for 3 more days. Just a short business trip. One I didn't even want to take. But duty called, and I went, thinking maybe the distance would help clear my head. Things between Lisa and me hadn't been right for a while. Our conversations had grown shorter, our silences longer. Still, I clung to the belief that we were just going through a rough patch, something we'd work through, something marriage could survive. Then the unexpected happened. A chance to take an earlier, cheaper flight home landed in my lap. I didn't hesitate. I thought, asterisk, what if this had changed things? Asterisk, what a surprise in her reminded us both of who we used to be, what we used to feel. As the plane descended, my heart felt light, hopeful. I rehearsed what I'd say as the taxi rolled toward our apartment. Thought about how I'd smile when she opened the door, how I'd pull her into my arms and tell her I missed her. But as I climbed the stairs, something shifted. There was an eerie stillness in the hallway, the kind that tells your bones something's wrong before your mind dares to believe it. There was a faint smell of cigarette smoke, something Lisa couldn't stand. And behind our door, muffled voices. Not the television, not a phone call, laughter, whispers. I stood there for a moment, hand on the doorknob, trying to convince myself to walk in like everything was fine. But curiosity, that cursed, stomach-sinking, soul-clawing curiosity, pulled me forward. I turned the knob slowly. The living room was dim, silent, except for the jacket draped over the back of the sofa. A man's jacket. Then came the sound. Soft, intimate. 2 people tangled in each other. I moved down the hallway like a ghost. Every step felt like glass under my feet. The bedroom door was cracked open just enough. I didn't need to open it further. What I saw through that sliver was enough. Lisa, my wife, in another man's arms. Not just touching, not just kissing, but completely, utterly absorbing each other like I had never existed. My chest tightened. My lungs forgot how to breathe. For a heartbeat, or maybe 10, I just stood there, watching, disbelieving. Then the man saw me. His eyes widened. He pulled away from Lisa, trying to bolt toward the window, the hallway, anywhere that wasn't right in front of me. But I moved fast. I grabbed him by the arm and yanked him back into the room. He struggled, but I was stronger. Not just physically, emotionally. I had the fire of betrayal raging through me. Lisa's face turned white when she saw me. She scrambled off the bed, reaching for me like that would erase what I'd just seen. I stepped back. My voice was calm, dangerously quiet. "Who is he?" She didn't answer. Not right away. Just panic in her eyes. Then came the excuses, rushed, rehearsed. "It's not what you think," she gasped. "We're just friends." I laughed, dry, cold. Friends? Friends don't end up in my bed while I'm halfway across the country. Her voice cracked. "Please, just listen. I made a mistake. I'm sorry." I shook my head. "That's what you always say." She stepped forward, tears gathering like weapons she knew had worked before. "I love you. I don't want to lose you. But I wasn't interested in another performance." I pulled out my phone, dialed 911. "I need the police. I caught my wife cheating. There's an intruder in my home." Her gasp was sharp, like I'd stabbed her. The man froze, eyes darting. The fight drained out of him. While we waited for the police, the room grew heavy with silence. Lisa sat at the edge of the bed, trembling, lips pressed together, no longer trying to spin her story. I stood in the doorway, gripping my phone, heart pounding, mind racing through every red flag I'd ignored. All the late nights, all the work emergencies, all the vague explanations that never really made sense until now. And still a part of me ached, because I had loved her, because I had believed in her, because I wanted so badly to fix what was broken. The officers arrived, took statements, gathered evidence. The man was arrested for trespassing and unlawful entry. Lisa's voice, so quick with lies moments before, suddenly fell silent under their questions. When the door finally shut behind the police, I sat on the couch, in the quiet that used to feel like peace. But now, it was suffocating. The air in the apartment didn't feel like mine anymore. I realized then I needed proof, not just for the law, but for myself. I needed to know I wasn't crazy, that my pain was real, justified, documented, because if this ended in divorce, and it would, I wasn't going to be the fool they painted me to be. That night, I didn't sleep. I laid on the couch staring at the ceiling, letting the full weight of betrayal settle over me. I thought of all the chances I'd given her, all the nights I waited up, all the trust I'd handed her without question. And sometime before sunrise, something inside me hardened. The hurt was still there, but now it came with clarity. I deserved better. I deserved truth. I deserved someone who didn't lie with their mouth and their body. From that day forward, I stopped being a man who forgave every broken promise. I stopped shrinking myself to hold on to someone who didn't value me. I became someone new, someone stronger, because the harshest betrayals are the ones that carve the clearest lessons into your soul. And mine was this: trust your gut. Don't stay quiet when the truth screams at you. And above all, never let anyone's lies define your worth.